One service that I do that I don't talk about on this channel, and I've had several clients ask me about, was pet sitting. And I've done cat sitting and pets and dog sitting in the past, and I've recently just finished a job for a client. And the one good thing about this is it's easy. If you're good with animals, you can feed them, put the food out for them, take them outside 3 times a day, and then you leave. You just play with them a little bit and have fun with them and put them inside, and you check on them 3 times a day. Make sure they have their water, make sure they have their food. And I don't offer those services really. I don't talk about them. I don't mention them, but it gets brought up quite a bit from regular clients like, "Oh, do you know somebody that pet sits?" And I'll be like, "No." They were like, "Well, would you and your wife want to do that?" And I'd be like, "Well, sure. We can, I guess we can do it." And they'll leave you a payment. And the payment varies per customer, but the going rate for like a weekend, and this would vary wherever you're at, people pay more or less, would be like $150 for a weekend. So that's essentially 6 visits. So ideally, you'd want to do this if you're relatively close to the client. Most of my clients are within an 8-minute drive, 5 to 8 minutes. So I work essentially, I'm a neighborhood cleaner, so I work in the area. So that's a bonus. You don't want to make long trips and have long drive times. It doesn't make sense. And if you're doing a weekly type deal, if your customer's out of town for a week and you check up on the pets, that'll be around $350 usually. That's a typical kind of payment. Again, it could be more where you're at. That's going to be 21 visits in that week. So what I would do is, again, I work around, I'm a neighborhood cleaner. I work in a certain area, and I would just do a job and then check up on somebody's pet. And right here, you'd see all dogs. I have footage of cats, but I can't find it right now. It might be on my other phone. But anyways, you get the idea. You play with them a little bit. You treat them like you're your friend, and just have a good time with them, and just make sure they have their food, check on them, take them out so they can go to the bathroom. You're going to want to have a pooper scooper. You don't want to leave, it's illegal in our area to leave pet messes all over the yard or a public area if you're going to take them for a walk. I'll take them maybe walk down the street and back. Not always. If they have a big backyard, I let them play in the backyard, like right here. But if it's like one of those places where it doesn't have a big yard, I'll take them, a little bit, 50 yards, walk them a couple times and bring them back. But the average visit's like, it could last anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. If you're really in a hurry, you could be in and out of there in a minute. But at some point in that day, you're going to want to spend a little bit extra quality time with them so they're not lonely. You definitely want to try to spend time with them. But when on one of your visits, if you're on the run and you got to go, you could do a quick visit, come back, and then spend extra time with a pet. Mainly a dog. The cats, they don't really need. They're sometimes hiding, doing their own thing, but the dogs really need the more attention and affection. They're the ones that get like super lonely. The cats do too, but the dogs are much more. It's much more apparent. So that's a service you could offer. Especially if you're a house cleaner and you're in a house every week. And guess what? That's a segue to carpets. That's a segue to dealing with pet messes on the hard floors or carpet or upholstery, whatever. So again, all this relates. So if it's slow, all these things relate. So diversifying, doing extra services is not a bad thing. and it can be fun and it can be lucrative. You know, people build businesses off this and make a lot of money. So anyways, thanks for watching and take care.